So let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me, Gwen? As you know, Pastor has the new computer and I have the old one. So we're just making sure. Okay, good. Good. Anthony's running behind. I told him, slow down. I have to do this first. Pick up the van. So, welcome to the early edition. Well, not really the early edition. Yeah. Of the Lattes. Hey, Phoebe. So, as always, when we're getting ready to go somewhere, something always happens or goes to the left or goes wrong. And when I say I'm aggravated, I'm aggravated. That's why the lesson is when life doesn't turn out, when life doesn't turn out like you want it never does. It never does. I don't know why I'm thinking, hey, Ida, never does. It never, ever, excuse me, turns out. And so I had planned to pick up the van and do all that other stuff. And poor Anthony, he's not ready either. And so I don't feel bad. I'm like, God, thank you for listening out for me. But anyway, welcome to live late night lattes, laughter, and life with Lady Laura. I don't know how much laughing we're going to do tonight. But tonight, this is what I want you guys to do. Tonight's a participation night. So I need you to type in. Hey, I'm here, I'm present, I'm here, I'm ready. Because I'm going to see how many of you have the same issues that I do. I tell you, today was the day from Hades. I am going to be so honest with you all tonight. It's not even funny. I have, there's fat, and then there's overweight, and then there's obese, right? Serious. I'm dead serious. And for those of us who have the weight issue, then you'll understand what I mean. For those of you who don't, yay for you. And I'm not hating, really, I'm not. I'm just saying how aggravated I am today. So anyway, I've been going back and forth with the doctor and with my insurance company and with CVS and Beach Terrace and all my, I have 3 pharmacies. Okay. It's so hard to get all my medicine that I have medicines at 3 pharmacies. And so I'm going to tell you how we're going somewhere with the lesson. Apparently I was supposed to do this lesson because I turned right to it. I had 3 other lessons that I had planned to do, but they didn't come to plan. So Psalms 39:7 is the one. Anyway, I have been going back and forth with my doctor about medicine. Now, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, Laura's hating or saying things. No, what I don't understand is, how can the insurance company, one of my doctors, because I have several, one of my doctors is like, there's nothing wrong with your knees, not really, and your back, and it's basically arthritis because you are 58 years old, and you don't have bone on bone, but you do have arthritis behind your kneecaps. So here we go. Hey, sissy. And so what I can't understand is how all my other friends and relatives can get their weight loss medicine. Oprah can get her medicine. But anyway, so I'm talking to the doctor, excuse me. And my story goes with what I'm going to talk about tonight. Whenever you teach on something, you can best rest assured that God's going to allow you to go through whatever you're teaching. Haha. And so I talked to the doctor, and I talked to the doctor's assistant, and then I talked to my insurance company, all 15 of them. And the first time they say the medicine's approved. I mean, like, got approved right away. Just like the surgery. The weight loss surgery was approved in less than 24 hours. Well, I don't want to get an operation. I don't want surgery. I've had 80 million children. So, and they've all been C-sections. So I've had enough surgeries to last me a lifetime. Okay. I don't need any more surgeries. You're not cutting me open. Okay. I got no gallbladder, I just got a lot of stuff that's gone. So my doctor is also hey Nancy, my doctor's also she's now in menopause, right? My doctor. And so during the pandemic, she's not an advocate of weight loss anything. But after the pandemic and she was having trouble herself, she decided, you know what? I'm going to help my female over 50 patients because I'm going through this too. And she's the doctor. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere because life never goes like you want. So she says, you've been approved for the weight loss surgery. And I said, yeah, I have, because my orthopedic surgeon put it in. Remember, I told you that my orthopedic surgeon put it in to scare me. And when he put it in, he's like, oh, we won't get an okay or approval for months. So don't even worry about it. By that time, you will have lost the weight and blah, blah, blah. Your back won't hurt. Your knees won't hurt, whatever. Okay, fine. No. And I did physical therapy for my knees and my feet and neuropathy and all that kind of stuff. And lo and behold, no, he puts in for the surgery at 10:54 on a Monday, and the surgery is approved at 10:42 on a Tuesday, the very next day. That's thousands of dollars. And I'm assigned to the number one weight loss bariatric surgeon in the county. Hear me? In the Orange County. So he's like, oh, Laura, we're going to get you in and get it done. No, you're not. I'm not getting cut on. That's the first thing. Then my doctor says, you know what? There's two kinds of people who get the surgery. There are those who are like, I'm going to get it and I'm going to work out great. And then there are those who are like me, who's like, I'm going to die on the table. I'm scared. It's not going to happen. And so she says, if you have a mindset like you, I'm not approving it. I'm not going to sign off on it because something will happen. You'll have complications, blah, blah, blah. Now, all my other girlfriends who got it, yay, they're doing great. Yay for them, but not for me. So long story short, out comes Ozempic. Well, I don't have diabetes, so I can't use Ozempic. And then there's Zepbound and Saxenda, and there's Wegovy. Oh, and Wegovy I had for all of 4 weeks. And then Wegovy's on back order. Back order. Like we don't ever know when we're going to get it. I've been dealing with Wegovy. We don't ever know when we're going to get it. That's what CVS said. And Beach Terrace and Walgreens. We don't know when we're ever going to get it. Okay. So then the doctor says, well, let's jump you up. Okay. Because there's certain doses, certain levels, the Wegovy has, right? But there's everything else, no. So my doctor puts in, I'm going to jump her from the very beginning level to the 4th level. That's a huge jump, you guys. And so now I don't have any issues with it, no problems, whatever. But guess what? The pharmacist vetoed it. She says, that's been the new thing. Because all the rich folks are buying it up, there's this gap. So a lot of ladies and gentlemen are getting the medication and they start low and then they go high and then they're all hospitalized, right? Okay. So when that happens, yeah. She's like, nope, I'm not going to approve it because you'll be hospitalized. Okay. And I get that. So then my doctor says, well, I'm going to put you on Zepbound. All right. So my insurance company, because Zepbound is just a little bit cheaper than Wegovy, which I don't get. That's approved. Zepbound, they approve it. Then they look at it. That was last week. They approved it. This week, they looked at it and go, oh, no, we don't approve it. Back and forth. It's approved. It's not approved. It's approved. It's not approved. So then I start calling my insurance company myself. And now it's like, well, try this or try this. And then all the customer service reps have 15 answers. I have 15 reps and all 15 had a different answer. So today, Tony Simon says to me, do you think maybe you're not supposed to get it? I guess not. I guess not. I guess the Hades not. I'm not going to get it. So I'm on the program, the C2M program. All I can do is walk right now. And I guess I'm going to be squatting. You know, squats have been helping my thighs so that I can get stronger. I've been doing stairs. I can now go up the stairs one at a time and not one up. So why am I telling you guys all this? Because number one, I need prayer. I need prayer just to do it myself. I guess I'm doing it myself. I guess I'm not having any help. I guess the 10 funky pounds I lost with Wegovy is all there's going to be. And now I got to do the rest, which is fine. It's just going to be super duper slow. All right. So God, what do you want? What do you want me to do? So Tony Simon says to me, well, Laura, you're just shut up talking to me that I've been working on this since January. And actually, it was before January. But then you got Oprah and Kelly Clarkson and anybody else who already has money. Oh, they can get it. But you know what? My Weight Watchers buddies are like, we can't get it. So the middle class and the poor folks, we can't get it. So this brings me to the lesson. If you can tell, pray for me. Call me by name. I've tried that, Nancy. Oh, I'll see. Thank you for praying for me. You know, you prayed, Maritza, we're all praying. I'm praying for myself. But here it is. God is in control. So trust him. And that's what I'm going to have to do. You know, that's what Tony tells me, whatever. And for those of you who trust God and you trust God on the first try, put first try. I'm happy for you. Now call me later and tell me how you do it. The first try. I do. I love God. I trust God. I know that he has my best interest at heart. I know he wants only the best for me. And this is like lifting weights. This is like lifting weights. This is like you're going to have to do patience. You're going to have to go slow and steady. I don't want slow and steady. I gain the weight overnight, so I want to get rid of the weight overnight. Yes, I said it out loud. Life seldom works out exactly the way we hope or think it will. Just say amen. Ouch. Like this, I thought, just like church, when the church is growing, y'all, we're getting people and getting baptized, and we have lots of little kids. And Jonathan just came home from college last week. Well, that's next week's latte. He comes home and he says, Mom, where did we get all these little people from? We do. We have a lot of little kids and we have babies. So now the church is like, it's growing. It's building up. And I said to him, life seldom works out like you think it should, or you think it is, or you think it will. That I just thought that church was going to be easy. We're going to grow and get along and grow and get along. Not so. That is not how it's going. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. That's how it works. We should be getting along. For the most part, we are. But then there's the other undercurrent. Because life seldom works out like you think. So then, when Job lost everything, he said, I don't have the strength to endure. And that's how I felt today. I don't have any strength to endure. I don't have a metabolism. I don't have a thyroid. I am tired. I go up 10 pounds, lose 5 pounds, back and forth, back and forth. So I'm like Job, I'm tired. I have nothing to live for. I am utterly helpless. This is Job talking. Now I'm not there. I'm not ready to die. I'm utterly helpless without any chance of success. Job 6:11 and 13, New Living Translation. Yet in the end, Job got back double. He got back everything and then some. Hezekiah Walker's song, I Shall Recover It All. I'm waiting to recover it all. I'm waiting to be back. Gwen and I taught Leslie Sansone. I was a Zumba instructor. I was a water aerobics instructor. I'm mad that I can't do all the things that I used to do. This is not how my life was supposed to be. Now, I don't know if any of you have that. You can say yes or no or lie. Just humor me. Is life going like you thought it was going to go? Because Job didn't. Job thought it was going to go one way, and it didn't. So it says, Job got back twice as much as he had lost. But the experiences, hear me, here we go. But the experiences and adversities he had gone through changed his attitude toward God profoundly. And I think that's where I am, y'all. I think it boils down to, I always say, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will. He's gonna direct your path, lead you, guide you. Then there's a Living Bible version. And everything you do, put God first. He will lead you, guide you, and to, crown your efforts with success. So I guess I'm going to have to walk on the path that God wants me to leave, the fruits and vegetables, because I know I shouldn't have a whole lot of meat. My body doesn't like meat. I like meat. My body doesn't like meat. So it's going to be a fruit thing. So basically, we're going to have to go back to how Tony Simon used to eat, because he's the one who had the stroke and the heart attack. And now we're going to have to eat like that. Nuts and berries and seeds. That's where we're going. So I guess we're going the Bible way, the Daniel way. No junk. We don't need sugar. No junk food, no chips. I really don't eat chips anyway. But, I just know that if I pay for food, I'm going to eat it. I don't know about anybody else. Okay, so I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted. My ears have heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you. Now, I've been with God a long time, and I've seen him transform me. But I'm going to have to be honest, y'all. Pray for me that I truly trust God and ask him to help transform me one more again. I've been transformed like 15 times, right? And I'm hoping that this is my last time being transformed. What did Job discover? That God is sovereign, that God is not our servant. I really thought I prayed and fasted and that God was just going to let me get the medicine and be able to use it and be like Oprah. Not. We are his servants. We must obey his word in order to walk in his blessing. But the final outcome of all things rests in his hands and not ours. So my prayer to God was, help me, Jesus. Help me, God. Help me make it through this. And so I asked him. And so now he's delivering. Like always, he's delivering. And so it's in his hands. This is in his hands, not in mine. And the poor doctor today was like, we tried. I go, I know. Many of us struggle with control, and that's where the lesson stops. That's where the lesson hit me. Many of us struggle with control. Many of us, we, me, us is me. Laura struggles with control. How many of you struggle with control? Just raise your hand. How many of you struggle with control? Because that's what this is about. Control. When I read that, like for the 15th time, I struggle with control. I want to do it my way. I want to say, God, yeah, I'm trusting in you and I'm going to acknowledge you and I'm not going to lean on my own understanding. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm leaning on me because I want to be in control. We talked about surrender a couple of months ago, and I need to revisit it and go back and say, how many of you, us, me, am Am I surrendering? Am I giving the control of my life over to God? We want control not only over our circumstances, but our goals, our plans, our relationships, and all that concerns us. Yes, yes, I want to be in control. I want to be in control. I want to be in control. I want to be in control of the kids. I want to be in control of Tony Simon. I want to be in control of me, the church folks. I want to be in control. You know, I had to do this latte. This is the fifth time I did it because guess what? I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get the computers to work. Couldn't get my computer, my laptop, Tony's computer, his new computer. Couldn't get on. Couldn't hear any sound because I couldn't control the outcome because nothing was working. Nothing was working because I was aggravated. And because I'm aggravated, I don't have any patience. Because I want to be in control. Well, God is showing me that I can't control my circumstances, my goals, my plans, my relationships, and all that concerns me. Such fear is often an indication of an unconscious desire to be independent of God. Drop the mic. Such fear of not being in control is often an indication of an unconscious desire to be independent of God, to be the master of our own destiny. I want to be the master of my own destiny. There, I said it out loud. I want to be in control. I don't know about you. I want to be in control. I want to be in control. Sometimes it's the result of growing up in a chaotic environment and resolving never to repeat the experiences of your earlier life. Yeah, that. Perhaps you think you're in control of your life due to your educational, financial, or other achievements. Yeah, that too. My education. I'm smart. I've been working at this a long time. Why am I not in control? It isn't true God enabled you to do everything. It isn't true. God enabled you to do everything that you have done. Get over yourself. Nothing that you have done was done without the man that enabled you to get it done. And what's his name? Jesus. God enabled you to get this done. God enabled you. So God enabled me for the transformation the last time, Gwen. God enabled the transformation. So now I'm going to let God enable me for this transformation. Paul writes, but whatever I am now, it is all because God poured out his special favor on me. 1 Corinthians 15:10. Today, God is in control. Trust him. So this is real, y'all. How I'm acting is really real. I am so aggravated. You don't even realize how aggravated I am. I didn't pray. I didn't fasted. I didn't begged. I didn't begged. And the answer is still no. I don't know if it's going to cause cancer. I don't know if it's going to cause something. I don't know. And then here's the killer part. To add insult to injury, boys and girls. The doctor says to me, well, we got your CAT scan results. And everything looks great. Your organs look really good. We're just worried about your liver. And we're really not even worried about your liver. And I said, oh, well, what's wrong? She goes, it's big. And I go, big? I told my cousin, big? And she goes, yeah. And I go, oh, like a fatty liver? You're saying that I have a fatty liver? And the doctor said, no, it's not a fatty liver. It's big. It's full of fat. It's full of energy, meaning your liver is trying to get rid of all the stuff you have. You could go without. You could go without eating a long time. Really? So I said to her, Dr. Brissy, what you're saying is I'm fat? She goes, yeah. I didn't say that, but yeah, you said it. Yeah, I'm just fat. Blood pressure's under control now. I'm just fat. So I'm going to surrender. I'm going to let go of the control. And I'm going to ask God to step in and help me. What are you trying to control? Because life ain't going like you thought it was. What are you trying to control that you need to let go of and let God control? I'll wait on you. One day at a time. I'm going to do this one day at a time. One day at a time. Because apparently, Phoebe, apparently, Maritza, apparently, Gwen, I'm supposed to learn something out of this. Number one, fast ain't always the way. I want it fast. I want it fast. I want it off me yesterday. I look at my face and I'm like, oh my God, you're on the camera. And then I have zero choice but to be humble because I promised God I was going on no matter what. And I look at me and I go, oh, I'm just a little butterball, Sydney. But okay. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So, your life is not going the way that you expected it to. It never does. And I've been doing this a long time, so I don't know why I don't know that my life is never easy. It's never easy. It's never easy. You know, it's never easy. It's just, and I told Maritza all the time, you never stay on the mountaintop long. You never stay on the mountaintop long. You stay on the mountaintop about 5 seconds, and then the other 59, you are just flying by the seat of your pants. Trust God. You are not in control of your life. So get your purpose, which I know what it is. Get your purpose and then go to God and surrender. And then acknowledge God. Let him direct your path. Lean on him. Get off your understanding. Get off your control issues. Stop being the control freak and let God lead and guide you. I'm preaching to myself. And God knows my heart. My heart is really not happy right now. Do you know I've called? This is week 3. This is week 3. I'm on this week 3. I said last week it was approved. Week before, approved. Approved, not approved, approved, not approved, approved. All right. Pray for me as we get ready to go. I love you all. I'll pray for you. You can put whatever is going on in there. And I know 10 pounds is 10 pounds, Maritza. I know. I'm happy with the 10. Oh, and last thing, y'all. Last thing. You know, my stomach has a little pooch right here because I thought it was a hernia. All this time, y'all, it's not a hernia. For lack of a better term, they call it that. It's not a hernia. What it is because I've had so many C-sections that there's a flap in everybody's body. There's a flap in front of your abs. Your 6-pack, there's a little flap of muscle. My little flap of muscle is open. Guess how big it is? You can laugh with me. It's that big. Can you see? It's this big. Everything else is fat. So the other thing I learned from Wednesday night's Bible study that I'm also bringing over to now is you have to also watch how you talk to yourself. Now, I don't talk to myself very well. I hear what God says, and then I hear what Laura says. And I am leaning more, I'm just telling you my truth. I'm leaning more on Laura than I am God. But after today, I'm gonna have to lean on him because every door has been closed. There's no magic pill they will give me. Well, there is one, but they won't prescribe it to me. Well, she prescribed it to me, but the insurance said no. And the injections, the insurance said no. And inevitably, God is saying no. So here I go. I'm going to do it his way. And I'm going to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. Everything goes back to the word of God. So that's where I'm headed. And that's where you should head to. Have a great night. Ponder all of this. What are you trying to control? Don't. Whatever's in your heart, give it to God and talk to him about it. He's waiting to hear from you. He's definitely waiting to hear from me. Have a good weekend. Be safe and have a phenomenal worship experience Sunday. God willing, I'll see you next week. Don't worry about being in control. Surrender and give it to God. Have a good night. We leave first thing in the morning, Phoebe. Hey.